mighty dash. Stock ticks and it starts to crash, while it's thinner than a broken glass. Market moves got me feeling wild, swinging harder than a rocket child. Picking up odds like a trader around, praying profits ain't reviled. A puzzle complex, trading daily, keeping us perplexed. Riding waves like future specs. Gotta calm down, no pretext. Market moves got me feeling wild, swinging harder than a rocket child. Shares in a flash, high hopes in a mighty dash. Stock ticks and it starts to crash, while it's thinner than a broken glass. Market moves got me feeling wild, swinging harder than a rocket child. Charts like a puzzle complex, trading daily, keeping us perplexed. Riding waves like future specs. Gotta calm down, no pretext. Market moves got me feeling wild, swinging harder than a rocket child. Picking up odds like a trader around, playing profits ain't reviled.
Good evening, guys. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Somebody give me a sound check. Let me know if you guys hear me okay. Let's make it all happen today, guys. I have so much cool stuff for you. It's going to be awesome. Let me just actually run this on the bottom here. Good evening, good evening, good evening. So sound is good. Volume is good. Let me see if I'm yes, I am. I am broadcasting on all sides. So you have asked for MetaTrader 5 BFF, and I have delivered, my friends. I have totally delivered. I want to show you what I have. I have the full MetaTrader 5 version, which you guys are looking at right now with a data panel, with all the cool stuff. you guys are. I'm gonna actually hang on a second. Let me, if I can. Where's this thing? Where? Oh, is this the magnifying glass? No. Wait, where's my magnifying glass? Oh, where's the magnifier? Hold on, guys. I gotta find the magnifier. Oh, there it is. Okay, look how cool this is. We have, because I'm using the magnifier because obviously, MetaTrader 5. I'm broadcasting this out. It's not going to have the perfect, fidelity. So we're going to use a little magnifier glass. Look at this thing. It has all the dots. It has all the turn signals, the up signals and the down signals. You can have both signals. You can have long only. You can have short only. Whatever you guys want. You have the stops and the targets. All of it totally configurable. This is the US 30 version, right? Right now I'm on US. No, sorry, this is the Bitcoin. This is Bitcoin. I'm on Bitcoin. Let's go to actually US 30 because that's a much better looking trade for us to do. All the information that you guys wanted, all the structures in order to be able to totally and cleanly trade. And I'm going to show you exactly how we're going to be able to trade this thing with Flash Trader Plus. So I'm just going to put Flash Trader Plus right on the board here, right? And oops, come on over here, baby. And we have a buy signal over here. So why don't we just simply take it? We're going to just simply buy signal it over here. And we're going to organize our stops and targets based upon where the stop and target is right now. So right now, the stop is like risk is about, sorry, I can't see this. Now I have to magnify it. Hang on a second. What's the risk? Risk is 20 points. That's all it is. Okay. Yeah, I guess risk is 20 points. So we're going to put the stop at let's say put the stop at 25 points right over here. Oh, sorry. Hang on a second. 25 points. First take profit is 10 points. And the second take profit will be like 30 points. Right now we're totally adjusted on the chart. We have the stops, we have the targets, we have everything organized here on the trade, and let's see if it plays out. Oh, I think I got stopped out. I wonder. I'm trying to understand why the hell was the stop. Hold on a second. What is it doing? I think it's doing the stop on the it's doing the stop on 39,787. What is this? It should be I know why, because it was doing the stop off this thing. So now it's sending a sell signal, which I actually definitely want to do. And let's do a little bit bigger size on this. So we're going to reset this. Where's my sizing? Here we go. I want to do size 0.1. Oops, 0.1 size. And 40 on the target. And stop at 25. Let's sell this. The signal just went away. All right, I should have waited on this thing. But, you get the idea. Like, the point is that you can see and trade all of these signals totally off the MT5 chart. The reason I have to just get bigger on this is because I am streaming the MT5 through my Mac. So I can't get, I can get larger on this thing if you want me to. And you can kind of see this thing. But the problem is that MT5 just really has horrible graphics. So it's only when you get the MT5 tool itself you can do it. But remember, the cool thing on the using MT5 is you can program everything into the set. And by the way, this whole thing totally customizable. So let me just sort of show you. Oops, no, that's not it. I want to do control. Is it going to be control? I'm sorry, because I'm using. In here. Oh, hang on. Okay. So I'm using MT5. So I can show both signals. I can just show buy signals only because we're, let's say, in a buy mode right now. So it's just going to show me buy signals. I can show sell signals. I can do whatever I want. And when I go into the properties, I can change the color of every one of these things to whatever I want. I can change the size. If I want to make the dots bigger, I can make them, size 5 if I want to. And you can see the dots will get bigger. If I want to, change the multipliers in terms of what my risks parameters are, I can do all those things. Everything is totally available. This is the exact same tool that we use on TradingView, except now it's used like this. This is the TradingView tool, which, by the way, you can see that I ran my account through the 600, as you guys can see, but it's now programmed directly for MT5, and it will be ready for MT4. MT4 just needs a couple of more functionalities to make it fully functional, but it is totally cool. Oh, and I was going to tell you the other thing that's really cool is if I go into the panel. So this panel is like in the center, right? But I can actually move the panel anywhere I want to. So if I wanted to, where's my label setting? It's top center, right? But I can also make it bottom center if I wanted to, like this. And you guys can look at it this way if it's a little bit easier for you to see. So all sorts of really cool things in the tool, and it allows you to basically trade and look at opportunities anywhere you guys want to go. Let me make sure that this is. Sorry, I'm looking off onto my PC. Oh yeah, man, the quotes are so slow. I'm like, Jesus, I thought the thing died. All right, let's look at gold here. So I just want to show you, gold is clearly a sell trade here, right? And we can go to Flash Trader Plus, lay this down on here, and look at where's our risk here. It's about 2 points of risk. I'm definitely, I want to sell gold here at, like, let's say 0.1. Sell this, and obviously gold is just this is huge amount of risk. So we want to do stop at 2, take profit 1 would be 1, and this one would be, let's say, 3. And now we're all adjusted to be able to run this. Although honestly, the way I'm looking at this, I kind of want to put the stop at like 5. I want to raise the stop because I want to raise the stop all the way above. I wonder if I can lift this over here. I can't. This is the only problem, is I can't really grab these things. Oh, no, I just made it 0. Okay, let's make the stop like, I don't know, 7. See, the first target got hit. Where's my second target? What happened here? Oh. I'm just watching this to see where I'm at. Is this going to take me to break even stop? It should take me to break even stop, right? Yeah. If this gets to break even, that's starting to accelerate, and we can just take a little bit of we'll just take this close, take another 10 points over here. And in the US 30, we're to the positive side. We're going to try and reach the 10-point target. Let's actually make it an 8-point target. So here, I just want to show you something very cool. It goes to 8-point target. The moment it hits 8 points as target, it's going to take half off and go to break even. So then we're completely protected on the trade. And so now it goes half off. Now I'm completely protected on the trade. And we're positive on all the trades here. Boom, boom, boom. Nice and clean, easy trade. So everything you want that you have in, and maybe what happened to my stop here? Let me put my stop back to. No, stop loss is proper. So, okay, that's fine. I think it's, it goes, oh, nope. I want the stop loss to be 6. Right. And I want the take profit here to be, let's say, 20. That's fine. So I just adjusted it just to make it a little bit of a shorter take profit, and we'll let it we'll hopefully let it hit. So the point being is that you can trade dots, which is the key to how I trade. These are momentum dots, and it's a very, very simple scalping strategy that kills it. I mean, just kills it. Everybody who trades with me in the morning has gotten funded 1,000 times over. But this version that at night that we trade can be traded for your own personal account in whatever CFD format you have. And the whole idea is just very, very simple. I'm going to explain to you exactly what I do. There's 3 or 4 other different variations on this thing, but none of them are really necessary for you to make consistent money, which is the way I do it in the most simplest form. We have 2 moving averages, the 200 and the 8-period moving average. When 8 is above 200, we're in positive trend. When we're in positive trend, we want to take positive momentum dots, which are the green dots. When we are in negative trend, we only want to take negative momentum dots. Actually, let me see. I think right now all I'm seeing is actually positive momentum dots, right? So because I'm actually in buy mode. What I did is I put myself into buy signals mode only. It's probably going to be just helpful for us to oops, hang on a second. Helpful for me to just show both modes so you guys can actually see. Okay, here we go. Show both signals. You can see the sells and the buys, just for you to get an idea that it can generate signals from both sides of the plane. Generally, as I said, I almost always trade the trend side. So in this case, the trend side is the buy side. So every time what happens is my bread and butter trade is if it goes from a red dot to a green dot in a positive trend mode, I'm a buyer here. I'm a buyer here, and the way this data panel spits it out is, and by the way, I know what I can do here. I just realized something. Everything is configurable. So let's make this. Let's see if we can make the font size. I think I have font size, label settings, font size. Yeah, font size is 10. Let's make this 20. So you guys, I think you can actually maybe see it a little bit better. Oh yeah. Now look at this. Look how much better this is. Oh, I didn't realize. I totally forgot this. I mean, I know this looks horrible on the screen, but it's so much easier for you guys to be able to see, right? So, right now, we have a sell signal here, right? Because it's going to generate whatever is the latest signal that's going to spit it out in the data panel over here. Lot size on what instrument? This is on CFDs. Today, the conversation at nighttime in Asia is CFD only. So we are trading CFDs. If you're talking to me about futures, if you're a US-based trader, just watch and enjoy and enjoy yourself, because US-based futures get me for 4 days a week. This is just strictly for CFD traders and for people who want to open accounts with our partner ACAP. Which is not available to U.S. traders. So U.S. traders can watch this and just enjoy the Asia trade. But unfortunately, guys, this is not content for you. Lot sizes are completely customizable in the CFD land. We can make it a 1/10 of a size, one lot size, or a millionth of a size. So I'm using just 1/10 of a lot size on all of these things, which is basically $1 a pip. In trading CFDs. Okay. So I'm actually curious, who is here that is not a US customer, that is not a US citizen, that is like, who's with me right now in the room that's a non-US citizen, therefore you're able to open up accounts with my friends at ACAP, which is, let me just put a link up here. Which is really, really important, because the key thing that I wanted to tell you is, Canadians, I think Canadians are okay. If you're anywhere else outside of the US, you're good to go. So if you have an account with ACAP, what I was going to tell you is, I made this deal for everybody on the U.S. side that we, the only thing I really want to do with everybody is give them the tools and give them the training. And the only way I can do this in a really intelligent fashion is where we give everything away. So in this particular case, those of you guys who trade futures, you bought the Power Pack bundle from me. If you are a CFD trader, you can get this and the tool and everything else literally for zero. You drop $5,000 or drop $4,999. I don't care. Anything, anywhere close to $5,000 into an ACAP account. If you have an ACAP account, just top it off with that. Just top your own account off with capital. Or if you want to open an ACAP account, the link is over there. Open it up. Drop $5,000, your own money. You don't have to trade it. Obviously, I'd love for you to trade it, but it's not a requirement. There's no volume requirements, nothing. You just need to open the account and stay with them for a while, and you will get all of my stuff. The Kathy's Zip, my BFF, all of the daily market calls, access to our whole room for 6 months, totally 100% free. Plus, the only way you're going to get this MT5, MT4 BFF indicator is through this. So if you're at all interested, it's literally a free deal, So take advantage of it. Drop the money. Send me a screenshot that you dropped the money, and I will activate you for the full BK membership, which otherwise is a payment membership. So it's a great deal if you are if you're not a U.S. citizen. If you're a U.S. citizen, you pay the money, you still get a great deal. For the U.S. citizens, I subsidized all of your Apex accounts, which I'm still going to do. For non-U.S. citizens, I'm doing this. The point being is that we're here for the tool. The tool is what makes us so much money every single day, right? And we're going to try and look for a tool, for trade ideas with a tool all throughout the Asia session trades to give ourselves the best possibility for ideas. German, I think, opens up at 8 o'clock. I think. No, maybe not. Maybe it opens up. Does German open up at 8:30 or at 9? Maybe the German opens up at 9. I'm not sure. Do VIP holders from futures get? No, sorry, you don't. Nobody gets this unless this is strictly a deal for ACAP because they're a good partner of ours, and I have to motivate and incentivize you from there. Okay. If you already have an account, fund the account with $5,000 or top off the account, and you're good to go. I will grant you all that stuff. So what's the story in the markets right now? Let's talk a little bit about what's happened. We had Trump come out with yet another announcement afterwards saying, hey, the China deal is not so bad. Oh, actually, look what I can do here. That's so cool. I can just go up here. We can go to properties, and let's make the fonts like 15, so you guys can actually see this a little bit better, right? Look how cool this is. Now you have the all the data panel telling you that I'm going to show you both signals. We have reds. This is what am I looking at here? I'm looking at NASDAQ. So here's what I want to show you as kind of like what usually I always trade with trend, as I told you, and I want to be on the buy side of the signals. But when we have a gap, and I'm getting a red momentum signal to the downside, I absolutely want to sell this thing. And actually, the very cool thing is I can sell it at the close of the candle. So I'm going to just automatically set myself up. Oh, I want to do large size. Hang on a second. I want to do larger size. Let's just do 20 units. Um, and look how cool this is. 9 seconds. It's going to trigger automatically on the close of the candle, because this is a great aspect of having. So now I sold the whole thing, right? I have the stop and a target all set up. My stops and targets are really, really huge, but we can adjust them. So like realistically, the stop is way above here at all the swing highs. The stop should really be at around 50. So I'm going to put the stop at 50. The first target should be like around 25, and the second target would be about 75. And this is a pretty decent looking trade, in order for us to kind of see if we pick the top on this thing, right? Is this a momentum top on the thing? Generally, I don't pick tops and bottoms. When we have a gap open and the trade gaps up and it starts to show some weakness, well, yes, then I do want to pick a top and a bottom. If this doesn't work, I'll be patient and I'll wait for another momentum weakness trade, and I can always do a little bit larger size, right? Yeah, it all varies, John. The lot sizes, everything on CFD varies. I'm not going to get into the whole lot size discussion because it's immaterial. When you're trading CFDs, it can be whatever lot size you want, because it's not like futures. They're also differ from broker to broker. We're trading lot sizes on ACAP. It's whatever dollar risk you want to do. I'm doing $1 per point risk right now. Actually, this is a $2 per point because this is 0.2, so it's $2 per point risk right now, which is tiny on this $100,000 account. Obviously, well under, but it's I'm practicing the same techniques on real trading account as I do on the prop trading account. And I'll tell you why that is such a good behavior, because today, along with my prop account, I actually traded for the first time in a long time. I mean, I loved BFF so much. It was making me so much money. I said, it's ridiculous. I gotta start trading my own account with this thing again, because, I'm just like, I'm sitting around, dicking around in meetings. I might as well make some money. So I went, it took a little while to reset up my account, whatever. We had to turn on my quote feed and everything else. But once I got it done, I practiced the exact same thing, trading micro contracts on my real account as I do my prop account. And it was the best thing ever, because I literally made money side by side in my own personal account and my prop account, totally in control. I mean, I had losing trades, winning trades, and it was like the first time where I was trading my own account where I really did not get frustrated, did not have a lot of issues with execution, did not go tilt at all, did not get too large. It was just really good. It felt like I was in total complete control. Now, not a big deal. I made a couple $100 on my own account, but this was for like one of my smaller accounts. The point being is that if I can train you guys to trade small, which is the single most important thing in trading, you will stay forever profitable. That's what I'm kind of want to show you, because when you start small and it's not working, you can take the next signal at a little bit larger size and still be able to participate in the thing. UI looks like it's 2004. Well, yes, my friend Doc. Doc, welcome to MT5, my friend. MT5 is not based upon making. It's not about being pretty. It's designed by a bunch of Russians. It's about working. It's about programmatic trading. I mean, MT5 is designed for one thing only: to be able to execute programmatically, which is why so many people use it. ACAP is not a prop firm. ACAP is an actual real live broker, really good broker out of Australia. They've been a partner of ours for a very long time. And they're a great broker because they trade everything. As you can see, they trade crypto with Bitcoin. They trade all these CFDs. They trade all the FX. You can trade FX, by the way, with BFF on this thing. You can do whatever you want. The 90 percent Apex deal is really great, and we'll talk about that tomorrow morning. It's a great deal. But this deal is in many ways better because it's 100%. It's literally free. So for those of you guys that are at all, if you have, let me ask you a question here. Do you have a CFD account? Give me anybody in the room. First of all, anybody in the room, I want to know who's new in the room here. We've been away for a couple of weeks because it was spring break. Who's new? Who's joining me right now? Never been in the room. Never seen me trade. Never seen me do anything. Let me know. I'm curious. I'm curious who's here. Okay, lots of new people. Doc Capital is here. So maybe that's why, Doc, that's why you've never seen MT5. Yeah, it's a horrible platform. But you don't buy it for pretty. You buy it for functionality. So Fariba, Fariba, welcome. You're a member. Nice to have you. Stefan, nice. Stefan, are you French? De Paris? Dis-moi. Suman is new. Welcome. So all of you guys who are new, probably many of you already have CFD accounts. Many of you, trade. This is an unbelievably great way for you to be able to. Oh, an American. Yes. Oh, so you're both. If you're both, I think you can get an account. If you have a double passport, you can get an account. Anyways, what I was going to say is, give it a shot. If you're interested, open the account with ACAP, deposit the money, have really, really a lot of fun with this strategy. The strategy itself, super simple, super effective, super profitable. Whether you trade this for prop, whether you trade it for your own account, whether you trade it on indices, gold, everything else. I haven't even looked at gold right now. Where's gold right now for our friends? Gold is actually turning the other way. I'm a little bit late on gold. Fuck. I missed the gold signal here. The gold signal should have been over here. One of the things that I try to do is I try not to chase the setup. So in this case, the setup was right here a couple of minutes ago. It's already $30, $40 in front of us. We're not going to chase it. We'll have to wait, pause. If it starts to print a red dot and a green dot again, maybe we'll go back again. But I am very, very confident. I mean, I'm very, very confident that gold is going to try to close this gap. I'm pretty confident that NASDAQ, might close a little bit of this gap here right now. Right now, we're just targeting this. Oh, NASDAQ already. Oh, wow. I didn't even see this. Wow, that's nice. You see how this is the reason why you trade MT5, because the tools automatically manage the risk for your trades. You know how like I'm yapping, and a lot of times I'll miss the trade. Oh my God, Kathy's going to be trading. I'm going to get her fucking notifications every 5 seconds. What was I going to say? You know what I can do? Maybe I'll close this up over here, close window, and then we won't have Kathy's notifications. So the point being is like, when I'm trading manually, a lot of times I miss, sometimes I'll miss the signal or I'll miss the trade because I'm talking and I'm not paying attention. The really great thing about MetaTrader, especially this tool that we created that's totally, totally yours for free, is it's programmed to take half target. So the first target is plus 25 points. We just took that and then automatically go to break even. So now everything you see here, this 1920, this is all house's money. If it goes to 75, great. If it doesn't go to 75, as a matter of fact, you know what? I'll shorten my target to 50, just for shits and giggles. And now if it goes to 50 and the target gets done, great. I'm gonna just add to my P&L, which as you can see, just simply keeps going up and up. Even as I'm trading very, very small. I know BFF is both a trading view and a MetaTrader product. So you can trade it in TradingView. This is the much prettier, much better, cleaner version in TradingView that you can see over here that does the same thing, right? So the function, the really hard part was completely copying the functionality into MetaTrader. So yeah, it does. It absolutely does. Does both, and it's much more elegant in TradingView. So if you want to trade with TradingView, you can trade with TradingView. So yeah, absolutely. And the deal that I'm offering is you get it all. you get the trading view indicator and the MetaTrader indicator as well, and the MetaTrader execution applet that basically runs your whole trade execution portfolio. So you can hopefully P&L yourself to heaven. US 30. We made money in the US 30. I really probably should short a little bit more of the US 30. Again, the question is, are we feeling that this gap is going to get filled, which means we're probably going to go down over here, or is this just kind of a consolidation and then we want to trade with the dominant trend? The dominant trend is the upside. The short is above the long, positive news, but the positive news kind of like all got priced in at the open, and now we're sort of consolidating. Now the big question is, when Tokyo comes online, I mean, it's starting to come online now. Singapore, Tokyo comes online the next half hour. Are they going to extend this rally, or are they going to try to fill the gap, which kind of is what I think is going to happen? It's probably, gun to my head, I'd rather take the red dots at this point than the green dots. But generally, my philosophy and the strategy is to try to always take the dominant dots. I just, I'm just having a lot of tariff fatigue, right? I don't know who's having tariff fatigue, but the tariff fatigue. Yeah, the wealth charts BFF is coming at the end of this week. I have the I put in it's just going to take a long time to recode it. Okay, so as soon as this gets coded, it will be coming. I promise you. So all of you guys who are new and kind of watching this and going, "Oh wow, it's really cool." How is he making money? It's really very simple. I'm just using my indicators. I'm using very, very clean, momentum dots signals, and I'm just trading in a very conventional sense. I'm trading small size with two exits. So a short exit and a long exit. And the great thing about MetaTrader is, unlike, when we're trading futures, I literally can have it pre-programmed to both enter the trade and then manage the trade once I'm in it. So right now I'm sitting risk-free. The stop is at my entry. The stop is at my entry. I have no risk. As you can actually see, let me just sort of show you how, why the stop is at my entry. You see, I entered at 617.99 and my stop is at 617.99. So I have no risk. I'm just going to, letting this whole thing float, and, we'll see how it goes. Yeah. Email me on the deposits. Yes. We'll talk about, let's talk about well charts, trade evade, everything tomorrow. I'm not going to take any more questions on the futures, because I really want people, I want everybody who trades CFDs to ask me any questions on the CFDs and how you guys can make this. If you're interested, how many people here trade FX? Let me know who trades FX here. Raise your hand. So somebody said you have a CFD account with, who's this, +5 and equity? Okay, Encore. All you need to do is to get this is take a little bit of your money from +500 or equity, or create a third account, which is always a really good thing. I'm a huge believer in having multiple accounts. Open an account with ACAP, make a deposit, and you will get this. And I'll tell you a little secret. The tools work on all MetaTrader brokers. So if you have a MetaTrader account at equity, it will work there too. But you need to show me good faith in that you're going to open an account with MetaTrader, deposit money, trade there. Then I'll give you that tool, because obviously they're paying for the whole production of this thing. But yeah, that's how it works. That's all I'm asking you. That's all I'm asking anybody in CFD land is just you're going to do the account. You already have the account. You might as well just use the tools and get all of the BK services for free as a result of it. It's not a bad deal, right? Thank you. I get like, thank you, Gaetan. Really, really nice. Thank you for saying that. Um, I'm very excited because, the functionality, everything is totally, totally cool. Uh, hang on just one second, guys. Sorry. Okay. Um, watching gold. Let's see what gold was. Oops, what did I just do? What happened to my gold? Full screen. Gold. Oh, you know what we can do here? Um, let's also do this. On all of these, I'm going to make it so that the font is larger. So we're going to go to 15 font. As I said, everything is greatest thing about this is it's all completely customizable. So where am I on gold? Oh, I have a so the dominant trend in gold is to the downside, right? We have a downside gap, right? And there is a signal over here, but it's kind of like starting to um, print these, green dots. So I'm going to just literally contradict my signals here. I'm gonna clear this up, reset this, and I'm gonna buy. No, I want to put the stop. Where's the stop here? It's 43 to. That's a big stop. It's like almost a 15-point stop. So I'm gonna put a 15-point stop, 7-point target, 20-point stop on the second one in gold. It's a big, big stop. But let's play this game. So I'm long gold here. Stop is like right around here. You can see the stop level, and I'm just vibing the gap close. Generally, as I said, I trade with a trend, which in this case would be to the sell side. But one of the things you'll notice over here from the chart is that the sell signals, this one worked, this one didn't, this one worked, this one barely worked, and this one failed. So when a sell signal fails, it really tells you that the opposite signal is the better signal. So now I have, I'm actually going to put this at a 5 target. So 5 points of gold movement, if I can get that. That would be the first target on gold, and then we can just simply hold the position risk free and let it accumulate. See, we started the day at 600. We're now at 700. Nice and easy. Yeah, John, you can ask me in Ask Boris for sure in our community. Oh, the one thing, everybody who's new who just wants to really learn about trading, join our community. Free courses on FX, free courses on day trading, all of the explanations for how all of these things work. Oh, look at this! Look at this! I'm almost at 5 points, right? 4 points. Here, I can watch this. What I can do, I can go close half, which is what I did. No, hold on a second. Close half at break even. This is what I just did. See, I just closed half of gold. Now I only half a position, and I'm at break even. See how cool this is? I can manually close half to break even, and now I'm just running. Now I'm going to show you the coolest part of all. Watch this button that says close all. I'm going to hit this button, and boom, I just collected all my profit. Right? Super simple. Tell me that's not the coolest thing. The indicator plus the execution applet, all of it, at your fingertips, banging money, all night long, which is what we've been doing. Pretty cool, right? Somebody give me a clap for this. Who worked so hard on it. So I hope you guys really, really enjoy it. Because the functionality here is amazing. So all of that, join our group. It explains all of our tools and everything else that I do. And if any of you guys have a CFD account, it's foolish not to have these tools at your fingertips. You will never be able to. Thank you, Gavilan. Yep, Look at that. It says $100, 45 minutes. That's it. That's how trading is done in a reasonable, rational way, right? So super good. Those of you guys who have your own accounts, you can trade your own accounts. Those of you guys, you can use this, by the way, also, for any MetaTrader platform. But to get all of this stuff, that's it. I'm just simply giving you this one, deal, and I'll have a better tool set for everything, explanation set for everybody tomorrow, probably, because we just, today I just finished making up the tools. Tomorrow I gotta. Oh, what happened here? Why is my end? Oh, my stop loss. Okay, so let me close this up. But I don't know why I must have hit a button here just by accident and started the NDX. So I lost my train of thought. What I was saying is having the indicator, having the strategy, having the tool really gives you superpower. This is really what I'm all about. I'm all about making tools for you guys to give you the superpower to trade. Because once you have that superpower in your hands, you can then start to make really, really great trades with click of a button. I'm going to just reset everything. So right now I'm just going to reset all of my applets. Oh, yeah. What the hell was this? I don't know what. Oh, I know why. This is the only problem with robots is you need to monitor them. I forgot that I had a trigger. I clicked this trigger, which basically once the trade was done, it said if the candle closes negatively, go trigger a trade. I forgot that I had this triggered. What's going on with German? Is the German still dead? Is the German quoting? No, German is still not up. Bitcoin is trading. Bitcoin, frankly, honestly, if there's a trade that I like to the long side, this is a trade that I really like. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Hang on, let me just put my flash trader up here. I haven't put the flash trader on. So this is my execution applet. This is my indicator, right? And when you look at the Bitcoin chart amongst all the risk assets, this one really looks pretty damn good. Like it's getting higher arrows. We're definitely up in the higher end. Here I can just make the where's my label settings? Sorry, I just want to get the fonts at around maybe 12. Okay, let's do 12. Okay, this is pretty good. Yeah, 12 is actually a pretty good size. You guys can see the 12 size. So now, though, Bitcoin is kind of giving up its ground. I was like, maybe we should try to look for a long signal. But let's watch Bitcoin. If we get a long signal here, meaning a green arrow, right? It may be worthwhile for us to take a shot here at Bitcoin as a trade, because of all the assets, this one looks pretty good. To the upside, gold clearly looked great. We were absolutely correct to vibe that there's going to be a gap fill. And look, by the way, huge massive gap fill on the Dow, right? All red dots coming up. By the way, these dots can be totally configurable too. So if you want to, I can just simply go over here, go into properties, and see that the dot number is light pink. I can make it red, crimson red if I want to. Right, and now they're all red. If that's easier, I actually, honestly, what I find very useful is tell me if you guys like this. If it's easier to see, I kind of like white as a color, like right over here on the dots. So the greens are clearly easily see to the upside. Although this is now it doesn't look good because I think what I need to do is make the green ones. If I'm going to adjust this, I need to make the green ones darker, like maybe more lime green. This lime? Yeah, lime green. Okay, yeah. So now you have like a good contrast. So now the white dots are kind of red, right? Those are sell dots. The green dots are this way. It depends what you like to do, but it's very, very easy. Suman, how do you know when to get live trading? Live trading is super easy. It's all on a schedule, which we're going to start publishing next week. But the schedule is Tuesday and Wednesday at 7:45 New York, which is whatever time it is for you tomorrow. Wherever you are, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 9:30 or 9:15 actually, 9:15 New York in the morning. So in the morning I trade futures, and at night during the Asia hours we trade all CFD products, right? So twice a week I'm here with you guys to trade every week. So hopefully, we just kind of I finally centralized myself on a schedule. And we're going to stick to the schedule. We got the tools going. We got the trades going. So, it's going to make it a lot easier for everybody to come in and hang out with me and learn every single day how we trade, what we do, and how it makes stuff go around. The arrows, chart indicators. No, those are chart indicators. Those are all chart indicators. The open and close trades just simply go in the history books. I can actually show them on the chart, but it would just get super messy. So, I'll just show you the history. Those are everything here is signaling. Everything in this applet is all about execution. That's how we divide it, right? To make it easy for people to understand. Okay. Any other questions I can answer for you? You know what we haven't done, which I literally never do anymore, even though it's in my name, is we haven't done any. Oh, you know what I wanted to look at? I am starting to, I think, do I have it? I was going to add silver. What's the silver? Shit. What is the silver? What is the silver? Damn it. Let me go into symbols. What's the symbol for silver? Why don't they have metals? Is it under commodities? Oh, yeah, here it is. Okay, let's organize ourselves. So I want to go to metals, and I want to go to gold US dollar, silver US dollar. That's what I want. Okay, cool. So I'm actually curious. Let's just look at silver US dollar. Let's see if this is chart window. Let's adjust this. Control I. Properties will go to I don't know, 14 size. Green arrow, red arrow is magenta. Where are my dots? My dots. I want this one to be white, and this one I'm gonna set this for defaults later. Lime green. Okay, cool. All right, now it's pretty visible, right? So silver, I think, is like a trade, right? Silver looks really, really good like a trade. Let's have fun with silver for a second. So, oops, sorry. Let me just get my Flash Trader Plus. So how is silver trading? It's really, really slow though. It's like a 32. Yeah, it really doesn't trade a lot of slow. All right, forget it. It's not that interesting. It's just I was curious about how it trades, but like silver's trading, 5 pennies wide. It moves like 30 pennies in a session. So not that interesting. Okay, forget it. Maybe we can look at. Here's what I wanted to look at. Maybe we can look at the pound. Let's drag the pound over here. $32.37. Pound is also kind of filling the gap. Silver's like watching paint dry. Do my indicators work even in chop? Not as much, but chop will show itself up in moving averages being very, very close to each other, right? When there isn't any clear definitive trend, you're going to be able to see the moving averages are right next to each other. Then we kind of just try to stay away. So once we have any kind of a clearly defined trend, as you do here, right, it makes it a lot easier to be able to trade signals, right? By the way, here's a good example of like, this is why I absolutely despised pound. Look at pound. Oops, hang on a second. Why can't I do this? So like, pound, we're in a negative trend. So you want to be taking the sell signals. This was the only sell signal. If you're taking all the buy signals in a pound, this is how you get killed, because the pound just does not let you. You have one loser. This one is actually might be a winner. This one actually is a winner. So I mean, I'm wrong. You just have to be very patient, and you got to be willing to lose a couple of times before you catch the winners. But one of the techniques, which I will show you tomorrow, because I don't want to overwhelm you guys, is exactly how we, because we're trading very, very small, we can lose on a couple of trades and then increase our size as the signals continue. And generally what happens is probability here is small, probability here is small, probability here is bigger. In other words, eventually you're going to be able to catch the right turn. It doesn't have to be for a big move. Just a small move at larger size will wash away all of the prior losses and put you into a full win, which is really, really great with this particular strategy, because you wait until you get the signal. You're trading with such small size initially that you can afford to. I can afford to go literally 20 times my original size if I wanted to. I never even imagined that, because I only, the worst that ever happens to me is maybe 2 or 3 losers in a row, and then I'll resolve everything. But that is how we make money consistently, by basically doing that, by constantly moving around. Oh, okay. So we have just for shits and giggles, we have a positive, trend in gold in this. Let's put the stop loss here at like 30. Buy it. So I bought the Dow US 30. Right on the stop loss is kind of right underneath here. And what we want to do is, this should be around, let's say we'll make it 10 on the first target and should be 40 on the second target, just because I don't love this trade. But in the principle of what we do here, which is that the trend is still dominantly up, right? The blue is underneath the red, above the red. So it's positive trend. So it's a reasonable chance here that we should have a little bit of a rally here. Although, as you notice, we're now starting to distribute quite a lot. So this could be very much a false signal, which is why I put a small stop on it. If it's a false signal, it's fine. We'll reconvene, or maybe we get a little bit of a better green signal at support level. Clearly, not every single signal is going to work, and clearly, you generally want to be on the right side of the trade, which means that you really want to be on the side of the trade that that works well. Guys, hang on just one second. People are just bothering me today. That's fine. Sorry. Okay. So, this trade, not a surprise, not really, working right now, but I am underneath the right stop. So if this if this breaks all the way down to the swing lows, it's fine. Here, let me show you this on a, you can see this much better on a magnifying glass. You see how my stop is all underneath all the swing lows. If this doesn't find support here, it means that there really isn't much. We're really distributing this big gap, which is what I thought was going to happen on the move. Right now, we're printing all white dots, which are negative dots. So, and it looks like I think we're probably going to get stopped out here pretty soon. I got a 30-point stop. I'm like 2 minutes away. So fine, we're going to take a small hit on this particular trade, which is no surprise, because you notice I was much more. I was much more I felt much stronger to the sell side than I am to the buy side. Having said this, though, as we get closer to support here, the buy side is going to participate. So this trade did not work. We're going to give it, if we have time, see if there's another buy signal a little bit later, and we'll, if that signal appears, we'll take it a little bit bigger size and try to resolve it. This buy signal in Nasdaq is kind of not working, and everything else is pretty much it. Oh, the German is up and alive. So the German has a buy signal, but we already missed the German buy signal a little bit over here. Interesting. It's an interesting chart. Do I really want to take this buy signal? How wide is the spread? 3? No. Kind of looks pretty good. All right, let's see if we can get this going. It's super slow. All right, we'll leave the German alone. The German is maybe German is acting positive. Let's take a little bit of a shot here. Maybe it's worthwhile for us. Let's see if this. I mean, it is a signal. I'm late on the signal, but I'll take it just because I want to participate. So my stop has got to be tightened up to like around 60. Yeah, right over here. Target should be at around, like, let's say 20 on the first, 60 on the second. You see how easy it is, by the way, to set up all the targets and stops? Just basically press them over here, and it's all pre-programmed and ready to go. This is a horrible entry trade. Don't do this at home. I'm just fucking around to kind of show you trade entries. The trade should have been 20 points here. I simply wasn't looking at the German signal. And what I should really be looking at is like this whole signal right here. But this is too big a mess to suffer you guys through. So I'm kind of going through chart by chart on this thing. Actually, I want to get rid of the cable period. Get rid of this shit. Okay, let's see if we can do it this way. This should be enough. So this is the German. We'll see if that trade does anything for us. But the proper trade should have been here. I would have already made profit, and it would have made it through. I'm late to the trade, and now it's just basically seeing if I get lucky on continuity. The bottom line is what we're trading is continuity. What percentage profit margin do I aim for a scalp trade? It's no clear answer to that. Because here's the thing that makes our trading so different, Doc. Our trades have different risk parameters on every single trade because they're organic, right? The risks are based upon swing highs, swing lows. Sometimes the risk is 50 points. Sometimes the risk is here. You can't actually see this. Let me make the. You'll see the risk numbers. Just 1 second. Hang on a second. Let me make this bigger so you guys can see it in this particular chart. Let me go to 15 large. Okay. So you see how. It's 34 points of risk here, right? In German. And by the way, the reason why it's 60 points of risk is because I'm 20 points behind, right? It's 34 points of risk from the actual entry of the signal trade. So every single trade has like different, sometimes it's 50 points of risk, sometimes it's 80 points of risk. So I don't really pay attention to like cookie, I'm 70% accurate, 80% accurate. We're like 90% accurate when you combine all the trades. That doesn't mean that 90% of the trades I win. I will lose the first trade. I will lose the second trade. I may win the third trade. The third trade is going to pay for the first two trades, and that puts me positive on the whole construct. That's how we trade. We trade small, and we trust our signals. And eventually, most of the time, our signals prove us right on the first try, but sometimes on the second try, sometimes on a third try, right? As long as we follow the signals properly and enter them correctly and do all the good stuff, which I sometimes don't do, the probability of success is very, very strong. That's why we succeed so well across all the instruments and across all the time frames. Because we're basically trading, if you think about this, we're trading momentum. we're trading where the price is going. Right now, the price is going up. We're trading that up move, right? And the indicator helps us time that up move or that down move really, really well. And if it misses on the first try, it does a good job on the second try. And if it misses on the third try, it does a really good job on a fourth try. So on a couple, eventually one of these tries, it's gonna give us the right signal, right? You can see sometimes it misses. Here it's gonna miss. It's gonna sell the lows, but here it sells the highs if you're selling it. Here it buys and gets stopped, but here it buys a turn and really makes money. Here it buys a turn and really makes money. So that's the key thing. It's not about having a precise winning percentage. It's about having an overall organic plan that really, really does well. DKM, what happened with the open today is that Trump administration said they're going to lower all the tariffs on China, that whatever they're saying, the 145% is not going to stay that way. Trump kind of just sort of folded, I think, big time on everything today on the market close because they were just getting pounded so badly. And the market, took it as a positive thing. So, why that's negative gold is because gold has been rallying on the idea that we're turning into Argentina. That's, the long gold trade is basically U.S. becomes Argentina, where its currency is worth nothing, right? So today he kind of calmed things down, and that calmed the markets down, strengthened the dollar. Dollar strengthens, gold goes down. Right? Does that make sense? You see what I'm saying? So look at this. The German is kind of working. Let me put the German up here at like a 10 target. See, and now, now I went to I got myself half the position went to profit, and now I'm at break even. So, if it works, it works. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I don't give a shit. We just let it flow. So then, that's the really cool thing about having the indicator in the tool. I was very, very late to this trade. That's why I managed it very, very tight. Had I been at the original signal, I would have had plus 20 on the first, maybe another 20 on the second level. But now I just took, plus 10 on the first. If this thing continues to run and turns back up to fresh highs, great. If it doesn't, I have no risk. And actually I don't have risk. I got stopped out because the spreads are pretty wide. So, that's where we're at. Gold is really, really closing the gap here as I thought it would. And US 30 sort of holding, right? Sort of holding its position. So we want to watch this kind of carefully, see what it wants to do. Same with NASDAQ. NASDAQ is kind of really holding its position too. Pretty even. If I get another green dot, I may go back into this trade and just assume that this was the bottom, and we're going to rally back up. Remember, generally, I want to trade with a dominant trend. The dominant trend is to the upside because the green is blue. I sold the tops here because it was a gap open, and usually gaps at least get filled, or at least they get a little bit of a relief, fill. Whether this gets filled all the way, not sure. Definitely, overall, market sentiment is positive on the charts. We don't need to get into a religious argument as to whether this is right fundamentally or not. But here's a cool thing that I can show you. Watch what I can do. This is a candle close function. So that means if this thing stays green, I'm going to put this onto the buy side. Oh, actually, let me put the 50-point stop, buy, and now it's 18 seconds left, right? So there's about a 50-point stop underneath here. I'm probably gonna adjust it once I go in. But what's going to happen now is if this candle closes green, positive, it will take me into the trade automatically. I don't have to do anything. I'm going to go into the trade. 1, 2, and I'm in the trade. Right now, I'm in the trade. Just to show you through the magnifying glass, my stop is a little bit wide. I could tighten the stop to maybe 40 points, right? And I could take my first take profit maybe at like 15 points and leave it like that. Let's see if this works. And now we stay in the trade and see if the trade starts to turn and work our way. And that's just as simple as that. That's all you do like over and over again during the session. You don't need This thing generates like a signal every 10, 15 minutes. You have 4 or 5 instruments. You have more than enough opportunities in an hour to trade. Like somebody said, I think Gaetan said today that he made like $100 in 45 minutes. That's exactly where you want to be. Just nice and clean. You could do $1,000 in 45 minutes if you do large size, but you have to. And I could in this account easily do that. But again, I'm doing it because I want to show you really, really conservative techniques for how to make money, which is that if your losses are small, you can always recover them and go forward by having size. The single biggest reason people lose is not their strategy, not their tools, not their discipline, but their size. Size makes you lose discipline, and when you lose discipline, you lose your account. It's just that simple. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Hard to imagine U.S. population in this position with 350 million people, so it's 26%. Yeah, I agree. So I'm just being, what's the word? Dramatic, I guess. I forgot the long word in English for it. When I was saying that we're Argentina, I mean it's dramatic impact. I think the economy actually surprisingly robust for all this bullshit that's going on here. Yes, it does, Suman. It works on across things. So this is precisely it. Today's Asia session is all about your personal accounts. New York session is all about your prop accounts, but they work across both. Yes. So if you have that's what I'm saying to you. If you have a personal account that you want to trade through TradingView, like I actually trade my personal account through TradingView and my prop account through TradingView. So you could do that. If you're a CFD person and you have a personal account that's CFD, it trades through that. CFD has a lot more functionality, right? Because I can program things into CFD. Like I showed you a couple of tricks today. I showed you the automatic break even. I showed you close all trick. I showed you if right now close all and go hit this button over here, it will close the position and go to break even. It's not a break even now, but like if this was a positive, if this rose like 10 points up and I wanted to manually cover half my risk and then go to break even, it would do that. These are kind of functionalities that you just can't have anywhere outside of MT5. What are my thoughts on the global macro environment? I think Trump kicked off a global reshuffle. Who knows? DCAM, ask me next week when he changes his mind. Who the fuck knows? And I speak really as somebody who voted for him. I think the guy is just literally making it up as we go. Maybe he's got a plan, and maybe he's a lot smarter than all of us. But I am as confused as you are at this point as to what's going on. So I'm just trying to surf my way to profit. I realized I'm not going to try to gauge the global. And what I'm trying to tell you is, as a trader, the greatest thing about this indicator is if things are positive, it will show you. If things are negative, it will show you. You don't need to frigging pontificate as to where you think things are. This will show you. That's the beauty of this indicator. Right now things are pretty positive, and it's showing you the green dots, and I'm just working the green dots, right? Occasionally I may go against this move at certain, extreme points because of the gap, but generally I always want to be on where the thing is, where the dominant trend is, because that's the easiest way to make money, I've been paper trading BFF to get used to it across various firms. Have mostly been successful, except Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a pain in the ass. Fuck Bitcoin. I can't trade it. I try to trade it with you guys here. Spreads are 50 wide. Bitcoin requires a completely different strategy, a longer term strategy. I just leave it alone. It's fun. Fuck Bitcoin is my answer to all of that. Yes, absolutely, Sweetwater. Sweetwater, how was your gold trades today? Gold was a real good short today. I made some nice money on it. By the way, fuck CME 10 times to Sunday. What a bunch of cheap bastards they are. For those of you guys who have your own accounts, so I just let you know, just see, maybe you don't know this. The Chicago Mercantile Exchange owns COMEX, owns CBOT, owns the CME. It's the same fucking company, but Today, I just discovered they're going to charge. If I want to trade gold, they charge you for COMEX. If you want to trade Dow, they charge you for CBOT. If you want to trade S&P and ES, they charge you for CME. All separate charges because they're a fucking monopoly. So my only thought for the day is fuck CME when you're trading it for real. The great thing, by the way, about trading prop is that all of that is inside the cost of the prop, so you don't have to worry about it. But if you're trading your own accounts, you got to pay the monthly fees because these guys make the Gotti family look like a bunch of choir girls. Anyways, that's my riff for the day. You didn't trade today? Oh yeah, last night was the issue was really good. Good. Oh, that's really good. GFOS, what are you doing? Talk to me a little bit because are you talking about the money management that we did in prop where you just pile into momentum? Like hey, it's gone down. I've been doing that in my own account. Holy shit, has that been good? Has that just been amazing? Because you really do lose half and you win twice as much when you do that. It really, really is cool. Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah, I mean, volatility has been great, but ultimately, these things are going to trade on fundamentals, and I don't want a depression. I don't want to, I don't want people to lose jobs. I don't want, I'd like the world to continue going. So I think Trump does too. I mean, he's crazy like a fox. It's just like it's all part of his like I'm going to go ape shit, and then hey, let's make a deal for 2 pennies above cost. It's generally how he operates. So, we'll see how it works out. He definitely fucking rattled the Chinese for sure, though. I think the Chinese are really rattled by this bullshit. They're just not used to, white man being so crazy. So, we'll see. Hey, Design, how are you? Are you new? Anybody else new? Say hello to me, guys. We're chilling and killing in Asia. Where am I on this thing? What do we just picked up? We just picked up the NAS. I got to see 15 points, right? All right, maybe let's make it 10 points. Let's let me be a real. Let's see if I can hit 10 points to target. If this thing goes 10 points, it's going to sell half automatically and go to break even, which it's not doing. It's just dicking around here. Come on, NASDAQ, show me some rally. Show me some life here. Yeah, it's really so. I don't. Yeah, that's been a really, really great technique on the prop side. You could actually do this on CFD as well, and maybe tomorrow I'll kind of explore that. But the great thing about the CFDs is you already have a tool that just does so much risk management for you. Like I don't need, we work so hard on the prop side here. We don't really, I have the robot do all the dirty work for me. I don't really need to get so aggressive with it. But you could do this as well. You could kind of replicate this idea here too, if you wanted to. Let's go through see what's on the charts here. US 30 kind of turning. NASDAQ US 30 sort of similar trade. I should have been in the US 30 trade here, a while back, right? Reset. XAU. Gold totally closed the gap, went positive. Gold kind of just said, yeah, okay, we still like it. Although I got to tell you, I'm kind of watching gold. So like gold just went positive on the cross, but I think it's spent so much energy going up that if we start dipping, if I get a red dot here, or, red arrow, like a magenta arrow, I will consider it to the short side. It's kind of interesting. I'm actually just watching this right now, seeing if it goes. Great question. By the way, guys, ask me any questions you like, because I'm happy to answer anything that's on your mind. If you're thinking it, I guarantee you 20 other people in the room are thinking it. So what is a gap? Why do they occur? The markets generally, like FX, you don't really see gaps in the FX market. You don't see gaps in the crypto market. because those markets are what's known as continuous markets. They never ever close. Well, FX closes, crypto never closes. Crypto trades 24 hours, 7 days a week, all across the world, right? So a gap occurs, and it's much more pronounced in the stock market because the stock market has what's known as regular working hours. 9:30 to 4 o'clock in the afternoon, right? So that's the regular trading hours. But the stock market, of course, on the future side, trades continuously except for 1 hour. That 1 hour, all futures are closed. Chicago Mercantile Exchange resets its. I'm watching this. I'm watching this gold, guys. Let me just set up the gold here for a second. I'll explain the gap. So I want to put the stop probably like at around $10 above, 10.20. Candle close on the sell. Okay, so this is going to just on the trigger 24-25 seconds into the trade. If this is a red candle, it's going to sell me. We're going to stop it around probably. Wow, this is a big stop. It's got to be. Well, let me just get into this trade and I'll explain the gap thing. 64. Wow, it's a 15-point move. Jesus. Man, gold is like slinging it. Okay, so we're short gold. My stop is over here. It should really be off the spike stop. So I should probably put it at 15 points. We'll just leave it like this. We'll see how it trades out. We'll see if I can get any kind of continuity in gold. Anyways, what was I going to say? Gaps. So 1 hour. In New York, it's from 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock New York. In Chicago, it's from 4 o'clock to 5 o'clock Chicago. The futures close. And generally, that's like when the president and everybody else starts to make they know the futures are closed. They know nobody can participate in the market. So they usually make like end of the day announcements at that time. And when they make those announcements, if they're big news-driven announcements, you're going to get a misallocation between supply and demand, right? There's going to be huge. It's like an auction, right? And all of a sudden, everybody becomes a buyer and everybody becomes a seller. So you have this huge gap opening, imbalance, and that is why you get those things. Now, when you get an imbalance, generally it tries to rebalance itself. So sometimes when you say fill the gap, it means the whole balance gets filled. Like it opens up at 100, it closes at 90, it goes all the way back down to 90. Sometimes it'll just do a partial fill, which is like it closed at 90, opens at 100, and now it just goes down to 95, and then it starts to keep going up. That's a sign of much greater demand for the product. That's a sign that after small profit taking, there's still a tremendous amount of demand for the product. So that is the gap fill. Yeah. Gold is moving. I kind of shorted this gold. I don't know if it was a good trade, but I have a big, in order to short this properly, just to kind of show you. See my stop. My stop has to be at the swing high, and it's going to chop. But I think we get a little bit more of a continuity to the downside here. We'll see. We'll see on the gold. See, it's starting to come down. The gold is just volatile as fuck. So you have to give yourself a lot of room. Now, here's the cool thing that GFOS and I were talking about. I am right on this short, right? You see how I suddenly became super right on this short, correct on this short, right? This is a red dot telling me that I'm, it's going my way. I'm short and momentum is going my way. So what we like to do in New York session, we're not going to do this today because I don't need to, and because it's just complicated to show you how to do this, is we would actually sell more. We'd pound the fuck out of it. It's basically the whole idea is you kick the guy when he's down, right? So I'm like 3-4 points into the money. Here's you know what? It's moving so fast. Fuck. I can't talk and trade at the same time. I wanted to close half of it right here at the move. I kind of missed my opportunity because it was just moving so fast. All right, let me just focus on in volatile markets. My biggest weakness is I either talk or trade, but I can't do both. Fuck, I just missed this move because I wanted to close. So what I was going to say is if this candle kind of faked us out, right? It hasn't closed. We would wait until the candle closes. Fuck, I think this is it. I'm not going to get any more move on the gold. God damn it. This was the run. I should have taken advantage of it. All right. So if we kind of survive this volatility and there's a actual red dot, meaning the candle closes, the dot stays, that's our chance to pile on into the direction of the move. Like I wouldn't have sold it right now because the candle has to close. It's very, very important. The candle has to close. The dot has to stay on the board. So we'll see. They kind of sold it and bought it right back. Lots of volatility in gold here. I think that they're going to pop it up. I'm going to be eating this trade because I missed my opportunity. Fuck. Yes. All right. Well, we're going to let this float. I'll let you know how that develops tomorrow. In the meantime, the trade that is working is the NASDAQ trade to the upside, right? Barely. It's kind of crawling over there. But the NASDAQ trade is actually doing exactly what I wanted to do. We took half the profit on NASDAQ, right? And now we're at break even, and we're just managing this break even. So if NASDAQ continues to rally higher, we'll continue to go to second profit. If it goes against us, no loss, no foul, because we're at break even, right? So really, the only bad trade I made right now is gold, which is kind of really pumping against me. But it's a long way from here to there, so we're going to stay a little bit patient with this trade, see how it goes. Oh my God, wow, I am over time. Holy shit, guys, it was so much fun. I totally lost track of time. I gotta go. I'm sorry, I gotta go. I'll let you know tomorrow how all this fades out. But you're getting the good idea of, one, the very much fun of volatility of Asia. Two, the incredibly easy and clean and hopefully intuitive understanding of how the momentum dots work and the indicator works. And three, the great automation of the execution tool that runs the whole product. The net result of all of this is it hopefully ends up in P&L as it is right now, $1.20 for the session, and we'll try to repeat the same thing tomorrow. And that's it. That's all we do. Thank you. Thanks a lot, guys, for hanging out. Again, let me just say one last time: everything in my store for free on just a deposit to ACAP. All you got to do, I'm going to put the ACAP over here. You get the tool, you get the everything for $5,000 or more deposit, whatever you want to do. Your money, you don't have to trade it. I want you to trade it, but it's literally a zero cost deal to get my indicator, my strategies, and my training, my coaching, all of that. So please take advantage of it if you can. Thank you, guys. Yeah, time flies when we're having fun, Rick. You're right. We'll do this again tomorrow. We'll have fun, and we'll try a couple of more techniques as we go along. But thank you again. So much fun, guys. I'll see everybody tomorrow. Everybody enjoy. Bye-bye.